Hello everyone, welcome to my update US gossip channel. It began as an ordinary Flagstaff afternoon, one of those golden Arizona days when the sun rested lazily on the horizon, and Janelle Brown thought she could finally breathe. For months, she had been sorting through her belongings, moving things from storage units, and preparing for a clean slate after the emotional wreckage of her separation from Kody Brown. The Coyote Pass property, once the family's shared dream, was gone, and Janelle felt she had also shed the last of her false hopes. But as she unpacked an old jewelry box one quiet morning, her calm turned into shock. One of her most cherished possessions, a golden turquoise necklace that once belonged to her grandmother, was missing. At first, she assumed it was misplaced. Janelle wasn't one to leap to conclusions. She methodically searched through drawers, boxes, and old travel bags. But when she remembered lending the necklace briefly to Robyn Brown during a family photo shoot years ago, her heart sank. The image came rushing back, Robyn, standing near the mirror, fastening the necklace around her neck and saying softly, "It just goes perfectly with this color, don't you think?" Janelle had smiled then, trusting that the piece would come back to her after the shoot. But it never did. For years, she hadn't thought about it, especially amid all the turmoil with Kody and the other sister wives. But now, as the rest of her jewelry reappeared in her boxes and bags, that one necklace remained unaccounted for. When she casually mentioned it to Christine during a call, Christine's response was immediate, "Janelle, you're kidding me. You think Robyn still has it?" Janelle didn't want to accuse anyone, but deep down, she already knew. She spent the rest of that day trying to convince herself it couldn't be true. But later, as she scrolled through Robyn's recent holiday photos online, her eyes froze. There, nestled just below Robyn's collarbone in a family selfie with Kody and the kids, gleamed the same turquoise and gold pendant. Janelle zoomed in, her hands trembling. The design was unmistakable, 3 stones set in a silver lattice, framed by gold detail, exactly as she remembered. It was her necklace. Janelle felt an almost physical jolt, a wave of betrayal so sharp she had to sit down. Robyn had been wearing it publicly, shamelessly, as if it were hers. All those years of polite smiles and sisterly concern now seemed like a facade. Janelle replayed countless memories, the whispered conversations, the tense moments during family meetings, the silent judgments. Now, it all made sense. That evening, she called Kody. His voice, still defensive and clipped even after their emotional distance, answered coldly, "Hey, Janelle. What's going on?" She told him everything, how she'd discovered the necklace missing, how she'd found proof that Robyn had it. There was silence for a long time, followed by a sigh. "Janelle," Kody finally said, "I think you're overreacting." "Overreacting?" she snapped. "It's mine, Kody. My grandmother's necklace. You remember, it was in my jewelry box for years." "I remember something like that," Kody said hesitantly. "But are you sure it's not a copy? Robyn's got a lot of jewelry that looks similar. Maybe you're mistaken." Mistaken. That word hit her like an insult. For decades, Janelle had been the practical one, the wife who didn't make drama, who kept her emotions in check while the others broke down. But this time, she wasn't mistaken. She'd lived with Robyn long enough to know every detail of her collection. "I'm not mistaken, Kody," she said firmly. "And you know it. I want it back." Kody groaned. "Look, I'm not going to get in the middle of something like this. It's just jewelry." "Just jewelry?" Janelle's voice cracked. "That's not the point. It's about honesty. If she took something that isn't hers and refuses to return it, that's theft. I could go to the police if I wanted to." There was a pause. Then Kody said sharply, "Don't you dare bring the police into this. We don't need that kind of attention." And that was when Janelle realized something even darker. Kody wasn't just dismissing her, he was protecting Robyn. Again. The same pattern she'd seen over and over since the day Robyn entered their family. Janelle hung up the phone, shaking. The betrayal from Kody hurt more than the theft itself. He wasn't neutral, he was complicit. The man who once prided himself on fairness had chosen his side long ago. Christine called later that night after seeing Janelle's emotional social media post about learning who truly respects your boundaries. Christine's voice was calm but laced with anger on her friend's behalf. "You have every right to call her out," Christine said. "She's gotten away with so much. First it's favoritism, now it's theft. What's next?" Janelle sighed. "It's not even about the necklace anymore. It's about Kody pretending it's okay. He won't even ask her about it. He said he doesn't want to embarrass her." Christine scoffed. "Of course. Heaven forbid Robyn ever be embarrassed. Meanwhile, you've been humiliated for years." Janelle laughed bitterly. "You know, sometimes I think she could burn his house down and he'd still find a way to blame me." They both fell into exhausted laughter, but it didn't ease the sting. Janelle felt hollow. She couldn't shake the image of that necklace glinting under the Arizona sun in Robyn's family photos. It was like a symbol of everything she'd lost: respect, trust, partnership. Days passed. Janelle tried reaching out to Robyn directly, sending a polite text. "Hey Robyn, I noticed you were wearing a turquoise and gold necklace in one of your recent photos. That looks like the one I lent you for the old Christmas shoot. Can we talk about getting it back?" Hours passed. No reply. The next day, a brief message came through. "Oh, I think you're mistaken, Janelle. Mine was a gift from Kody." A gift? Janelle's pulse quickened. She almost dropped her phone. A gift, from Kody? She called him immediately. "You gave her that necklace?" Kody's tone was defensive. "She needed something for an event a while back, and she said it didn't belong to anyone. It was sitting in storage for years. I didn't think it was a big deal." "Not a big deal?" Janelle's voice was trembling with fury. "You gave away my family heirloom to your favorite wife because she needed something?" "Don't start with that favorite wife nonsense again," Kody snapped. "You're twisting everything. It was just a misunderstanding." But Janelle wasn't buying it. She realized Kody's pattern: whenever Robyn was involved, there were misunderstandings. When it was anyone else, it was disrespect. After that, communication broke down completely. Janelle stopped answering his calls. She confided in her children instead, especially Madison and Logan, both of whom were furious. Madison reportedly told her mother, "If that was mine, I'd file a report." "It's theft, Mom. You're too nice about it." But Janelle wasn't sure she could stomach that kind of escalation. Despite everything, she still had a complicated attachment to the family, even to Kody. Going public or to the police felt like crossing a line she wasn't ready for. Still, she wanted the truth out there. When fans noticed Janelle's cryptic posts, quotes about betrayal, lost heirlooms, and trusting the wrong people, rumors exploded across sister wives' forums. Some followers speculated about the stolen necklace immediately, pointing to old behind-the-scenes photos where Robyn could be seen wearing the very same piece Janelle once owned. Screenshots circulated, and hashtags like #NecklaceGate and #JusticeForJanelle began trending among fans. Robyn, as usual, stayed silent. Her silence, though, spoke volumes. The longer she avoided addressing the accusations, the more people believed Janelle's side of the story. Behind the scenes, tensions between Kody and Janelle hit a new low. During one phone argument, Janelle reportedly told him, "You think by refusing to take a stand, you're being neutral. But you're not. You're enabling her. You've been enabling her since the day she joined this family." Kody's reply was cutting. "Maybe I just got tired of being blamed for everything. Maybe Robyn's the only one who hasn't tried to destroy me." That was the breaking point. Janelle hung up, tears burning her eyes. She realized then that Kody would never defend her, not when it meant holding Robyn accountable. In interviews, Janelle remained composed but clearly disillusioned. When asked about trust within the family, she said carefully, "I think there are certain people who interpret fairness differently than others. Sometimes, things go missing, literally or metaphorically, And you realize what was really yours was never respected in the first place. Fans instantly picked up on her subtle shade. It wasn't just about jewelry, it was about the years she'd given to a plural marriage where her worth was always second to someone else's comfort. Meanwhile, Robyn's camp tried to control the narrative. Sources close to her suggested that the necklace in question was completely different, that she'd bought it herself from a boutique in Sedona. But eagle-eyed fans weren't convinced. The design, the stones, the pattern, everything matched Janelle's heirloom. As the story spread, Janelle's quiet composure only made her look stronger. She didn't lash out or issue dramatic statements. Instead, she let the truth speak for itself. The symbolism wasn't lost on anyone. Robyn might have Kody, but Janelle had her dignity. Eventually, during a family mediation meeting that TLC cameras allegedly didn't film, Janelle confronted Robyn in person. According to insiders, the room was thick with tension. Robyn sat nervously beside Kody, while Janelle calmly placed printed photos of the necklace on the table. "Tell me," Janelle said quietly. "You really think this isn't mine?" Robyn fidgeted. "I told you, mine was a gift. From Kody." "Then he gave away something that didn't belong to him," Janelle replied. "And you accepted it knowing full well where it came from." Robyn looked at Kody for backup. Kody's jaw clenched. "This isn't productive," he said. "We're here to make peace, not start fights over jewelry." Janelle stared at him in disbelief. "It's not about jewelry, Kody.